let me just kind of go through a rapid fire, if that's okay.
Sure.
But let's first go through Islam 101. Is it true that they say Muhammad is the greatest man ever to live?
Yes.
Was Muhammad a warlord?
Yes.
How many people did he kill?
Personally or
approximation?
Lots.
Thousands?
Yeah, yeah.
How many was he responsible for? Tens of thousands of deaths?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it true that he married a 9-year-old named Aisha?
No, he actually married a 6-year-old.
Oh, I'm
Aisha.
sorry. Okay.
And
so 6-year-old.
Yes.
So we got to make sure we're very clear here. That there's no misinformation. So that would be pedophile.
Yeah. I actually, if I can pause there for a second.
No, please. And if I'm wrong, correct me. I'm not here to. I want the truth. I want our audience to have the truth.
No, I want to. I like to, as disgusting as it is, I would like to pause there for a second, because when we talk about a 6-year-old being married, first off, it's not simply marrying a 6-year-old. It is the Prophet Muhammad, the most perfect figure for all mankind.
That's the key.
He is in his 50s, and without any necessity at all, he picks and marries a 6-year-old little girl. And then when she's 9 years old, he then consummates the marriage in his mid-50s with her. And that's his third wife, and at that point, his second living wife. So he has absolutely no need for this. He does it just because.
So let's steel man this. If a Islamic cleric was right here, how would they defend that?
They would say a few things, such as those were different times. The response to that would be, okay, but isn't Muhammad supposed to be the perfect moral example for all mankind for all times, including right now? So it doesn't matter if it was a different time. The second defense would be that she transmitted a lot of accounts of things that he did and did not do. So it was actually a very good thing for him to marry her and be so intimate with her. But seriously? We are supposed to argue that this was the great divine plan.
Oh, so his legacy lived on, so that's why he raped
yes,
a 9-year-old.
yes,
Got it.
yes.
What else would they say?
Some would say this is okay and there is nothing wrong with it, because as soon as a girl shows signs of development, she is ready to breed.
Okay, do any of them say it's factually incorrect?
If they're serious, traditional Muslim scholars, they will not say that. If they are kind of reformists or modernists.
What would the reformists say? That she was allegorically 9?
They will say that, stupid excuses such as that they started counting her age only after a certain time, or that there are different accounts, she might have been 10 or 8 or something else.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
A huge difference.
So Muhammad, the greatest man ever to live, the greatest example, was a warlord who married a 6-year-old, raped her when she was 9, and then kept multiple wives.
Yeah.
Now, to be clear, the Bible also has plenty of stories of multiple wives and bad behavior. But this is so important. There's a difference between what the Bible describes and what the Bible prescribes. Description of behavior in the Bible does not mean prescription of the Bible. For example, Solomon having many wives is not prescribed to you. It actually ended really bad for him. He ended as a madman, actually. And Ecclesiastes is like one of the saddest books ever. He's like, meaningless, meaningless. All of life is meaningless. So
I love that book, though.
Isn't it beautiful? No, meaning it's sad in the beginning, and then all of a sudden he finds that meaning is God. And there is a season for everything. There's a season for suffering. There's a season for sorrow. There's a season for happiness. The point being, though, is that people would counter just for you here. Oh, but in the Christian Bible, and the kicker, guys, we never say Solomon is the greatest man ever to live.
Precisely.
This is the whole important thing. They hold Muhammad at a higher level than Christ our Lord.
Yes.
So and would you say this is one of the strongest arguments to cross-examine Islam?
Morally, yeah.
Okay. So let's just talk more about Muhammad. So they believe he went to heaven at some point, is that right, in Jerusalem?
So,
like on a horse or something?
Yeah, it's called the night journey. So they believe that he went, one night he was woken up by
heard of it.
the angel. And
Angel Gabriel, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
Angel
new.
Gabriel.
They could have used a different name.
He was put on the back of an animal that was bigger than a donkey and smaller than a horse, is what it says. And he was then taken by that donkey to the farthest mosque, as it says. And then from there, he was taken up to heaven, where he saw all the prophets. Then later on, he was taken also to hell, where he saw all the people. By the way, what he saw in hell is very interesting. He saw that the majority of hell dwellers were women. That's what he said to women. And he told them, this is because you people, you women, are ungrateful. So you have to be more obedient to me.
Oh, what a convenient theology for like thing like Jeffrey Epstein with a standing army. That's basically Muhammad, right? So, okay, I just want to make sure. So biographically, so this guy was a warlord, Bedouin tribes, fractured. He unites these Bedouin polytheistic tribes around polytheism. Who wrote the Quran, in your opinion?
So the Islamic narrative is that that the Quran is a word for word. This is also, by the way, a huge difference between the Bible and the Quran. The Quran is considered the word for word, verbatim, dictated word of Allah, the
Audible.
Creator. Yeah.
Right.
And he's supposed to have brought it through the words of Gabriel to Muhammad, who then recites it to the people around him, who then make notes of it. And after Muhammad dies, they decide to come together and turn all of this into one big book. That is the official account. And many Muslims are not even aware of this. They think Muhammad himself approved of it and oversaw the writing of it.
So, and isn't that a divide between Shia and Sunni of what Muhammad said and what he didn't say?
Yeah, in a way, yes.
So what is a hadith?
The hadith is the traditions attributed to Muhammad, things that he did and things that he said, as reported by his followers and their successors. So
Muhammad creates this religion.
Mm-hmm.
There are 5 pillars of Islam. Let me see if I can get them right, okay? Let me see if I can get them. Pray 5 times a day.
Yes.
Ramadan fasting.
Yes.
Hajj.
Yes.
Charity.
Yes.
And let me try to think of the last one. I'm pretty good at 4 though, right? That's not bad. What is the 5th?
The Shahada, which is the creed, where you say that...
Isn't that the prayer? Or no?
No, that's separate. So you have to say the Shahada to become part of the religion.
Okay.
So I testify there is no God but Allah and God is the messenger of Allah. Yeah.
So those 5, none of those are like necessarily offensive except the Islamic one to us, so we don't have to spend too much time on that. Or is that the core of their faith, those 5 things?
You would say that those things are the ones that essentially make one a Muslim, but it doesn't stop there. So
then Muhammad dies, Islam grows, and grows and grows and grows.
By the sword.
By the sword. This is important. So how did it grow? Did it grow through conversion and love, or did it grow through conquest?
This is actually one of the biggest differences between Christianity and Islam, which I think is a very important point to stand on here. So Christianity, we know, starts with Christ, God taking on flesh, becoming the lowest of us, becoming part of us and inviting us to him. It starts through suffering, and his followers spread it and tell people about it. They lose their lives on this path, and over centuries it develops through simply preaching and being persecuted. Islam starts very differently. Muhammad starts out there in Mecca, then goes to Medina and starts his Islamic state, from which he then begins raiding and attacking others, and from then on his successors, once he dies, take over that exact same attitude and start spreading Islam by attacking everyone left and right. And most of the Muslim territories in today's time are a result of violent conquests.
That's right.
Because there's actually a very good quote that I love to bring up by Ibn Khaldun, who was a medieval Muslim scholar, very much respected. And he wrote in a work called Muqaddimah, he wrote that the great difference between Judaism, Christianity, and Islam is that Islam is the only religion that has a truly universal mission, and the leader of Islam, the caliph, is supposed to be the one who is both the religious leader and also the military leader and the state leader, who has the duty to spread the religion by will or by force. This is Islam, and that's how it spreads.
Does it say in the Quran that you should take multiple wives?
It says you can take multiple wives.
Okay, but not that you should, but you can.
Yeah, you can. You cannot take up to 1, 2, 3, 4, like tomatoes. Like
Got it.
Yeah.
Is it true that it talks very poorly about women?
Yes.
How so?
Well, in chapter 4 is very funny. It's called...
In the Surah 4 or whatever?
Yeah, the Surah 4 is called Women. And some Muslims will say, look, it has a chapter called Women. It must be nice to women. Well, look into the chapter. So in verse 24 of it, it says that, that Muslims may only have sex with those that they are married to and with those that they possess, which means with their sex slaves. So Islam directly allows sex slavery through war and also tells Muslims that they are allowed to have sex with them as they wish.